Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, the health channel, and today, which is coming up on allergy season, I'm going to talk about this nice little product that I have used to help my allergy symptoms. I don't have year-round allergies, at least not yet. Thankfully, I have here in Central Texas what they call cedar fever, which is, it's not a true cedar plant that causes this, but anyway, they call it cedar allergy. And it comes on late December, early January. It lasts a month and a half or so. When it really gets going, there are clouds of the cedar pollen. I mean, you can see the color of the sky in the distance will change to this greenish brown haze. There's so much of it in the air. When I moved to Texas, I had no allergies, but I've lived here long enough apparently to develop this one. They say anyone who stays around long enough will get this particular allergy. And it's pretty miserable. The eyes get watery and itchy, and the nose, sometimes it's stuffed up, sometimes you wake up at night and it's just pouring out. The throat is always irritated and you feel like you have to cough, and it's just the pressure in the head. Anyway, I'm sure if you have allergies, you know the symptoms. This has worked. It hasn't gotten rid of the allergy for me. It's a part of a regimen we've done with my daughter, who's now 9, and she, at least last year, had no cedar allergy symptoms. So at a young age, if you get on this, maybe you can overcome it. Maybe she simply outgrew, sometimes you outgrow allergies, so maybe that's what happened. No such luck for me. I seem to still get it every year. Anyway, let me zoom in on this and show you what the bottle looks like. This is Allergy Relief Zone 5. They make it for the different zones. If you can see in the map of the United States there, the green area, that's my zone. And so what they do is they go out and get parts of the plants, the leaves, the needles, the stems. They grind it up. I don't know exactly how they do it, but anyway, it's mixed with the liquid that's in this bottle. And what you do is you take the bottle, there's a dropper built into the top, and you get yourself a certain amount of it there in the dropper. You put that under your tongue and you just squirt it in there. And let it do its stuff, let it soak under your tongue as long as you can stand it. It gets absorbed sublingually, I guess. Here's the extent of the bottle. Okay. And then you swallow the rest of it. And you do this several times a day. Ideally, you start this before allergy season starts so your body can get to work on desensitizing itself. And this has this idea has a long history. Here in Central Texas, the early settlers 150 years ago or so, they would chew bark or pieces of that plant starting shortly before the allergy season would start, the cedar allergy season. And that would reduce their sensitivity just from chewing on it and in their saliva and swallowing from the same plant. That they wouldn't chew the pollen, they would chew the plant itself. Yet when the pollen would then come in the air, they weren't as sensitive to it and they wouldn't have as much of an allergic reaction. So the idea behind this is time-honored, I guess you could say. It's worked well for me. I've used it for several years. Somebody at the health food store recommended I try it when I was in there feeling miserable, thinking all I could really do was get medicine for the symptoms, something that dry up the eyes and the nose, but then you have your own issues with those drugs. So they said, try this, it'll actually reduce the symptoms without having any of those side effects. And it's basically just like having a little bit of the cedar tree to chew on all day long. And then you don't have the strong reaction when the cedar pollen comes in the air. This was probably about, I don't know, $20 or so when I got it a couple years back. Seems to be about $25 on Amazon now. So you can search online and see. If you want to go right to Amazon, get this exact product, the Zone 5, I'll put a link to it. But if you're in other places having allergies to other things, I would believe the same principle would apply. And if you're tired of just going out and buying Claritin or something to deal with the symptoms, give this a try. And again, if you can start it before the allergy season for your specific allergen starts, you'll be much better off. But it takes a little while too. It's not like you put a few drops under your tongue and you suddenly feel better. It's something that you have to do for a few weeks and get your body in the right state so it doesn't have the strong reaction to the pollen or whatever it is that's bothering you. So give this a try and leave a comment if it works for you, if it doesn't work for you, or if you know some other allergy mediator. I wouldn't say cure, but everybody knows about the medicines to reduce the symptoms. But if there's something like this that you can take that actually reduces the allergic response, I'd really like to know, because allergy season is going to start about a month here, and this will help, but if there's anything that would help more, I'd like to know. Thanks.